Okay, so this is going to be interesting. I am out today because we have a big storm front rolling through entire Denmark. All the meteorologists have promised thunder and massive rain showers all the way through. So I am on one side of this storm front, as you can see here in the background. I'll throw in some B-roll here, you can see it, and it looks beautiful. And up here in my background, I have been driving around trying to find some subjects, and I actually managed to find some subjects. I went to one place first, didn't work, so now I'm here. For the sake of making video, I have also my tripod out, but I do think I'm probably going to handhold most of these photos here. There are plenty of light, so I should be able to handhold this at f11 at more or less any focal length. But I will try and find a few different angles. So it's one of those days where you have to work so fast. Right now I've come to the other side of the road just to get the storm front from this perspective here. So I'm taking a low angle, so something like this here you can see, and I'm shooting at like f11, and then I'm just going to have the lone tree there, and then with this massive wall of clouds here behind me. It looks phenomenal. Just look at that. Whoa, how powerful is that? This is amazing. So it's quite crazy because I can hear the thunder, the rumbling there in the background, but I can't see anything just yet. But this here is phenomenal. Like, look at this right here. Okay, definitely time to take this shot. And just as before, I'm really just ISO 100, f11, hand holding this, using image stabilization, and just trying to like make a composition where I have the tree in the middle, clean foreground, clean background, with these incredible clouds. These clouds are ridiculous. They're probably the most crazy clouds I have ever photographed here in Denmark. So you can see I've come back to where I started. I have more or less this composition here. You see those lines of the clouds, they just look absolutely ridiculous. I'm the first to admit that no, that one lone tree isn't the prettiest lone tree in the entire world, but you know, I think the rest of the scene makes up for it. So right now still f11, ISO 100, 1/20th of a second shutter speed, and then I have my image stabilization on. I'm shooting at around 50mm. So it's a little bit late in the season, at the very least for these poppies I have right here in this field, but I'm trying to incorporate like one little poppy I have here in the foreground, and then including all this Armageddon here. What? Oh my God. So here's the composition, more or less like this, and then I have like that little poppy there in the foreground. it's always a little bit freaky when a massive amount of clouds like this just comes in and the temperature just drops. It's been so hot today and now it's like whoom. But you can see just like the storm light here is, I have light in this direction, lighting my face, and then just like darkness around me. So right now I have put the camera up. There is a little bit of lightning I have started to see. I am not entirely sure that there's any chance of capturing it. However, I have put my camera on the intervalometer. I put on a 6-stop filter, so now I'm taking photos of 1 second at f7.1 ISO 100, and then I hope to capture something, I guess. I also just made a big panorama just over here. I have no clue if that made any sense whatsoever, but the clouds were amazing, so I'll try and stitch that together and see what happens. Like there's no foreground, there's cars driving everywhere and the wind is just phenomenal right now. But, you know, it's like being in nature, being in the elements. It's not raining yet, it will come. Love it, love it. With all these modern filters, a really good tip when photographing in rain with a filter is to use a rocket blower or just a regular blower to blow off all the water droplets that hit the front element or hits the filter. In that way you don't have to remove water droplets from your filter in post-processing. Sadly though, I didn't manage to capture any lightning, even though I did see some really beautiful lightning strikes out in the landscape, just none within the frame of my scene. So a little bit too much rain started to come down and the lightning was starting to get a little bit too close for safety. So I jumped back into the car. I'm not sure I caught any lightning, but wow, were those clouds just amazing. You've already seen them. So yeah, if you want to learn more about composition, be sure to get my 2 ebooks on exactly that topic. There are links down below. If you want to learn how I edit my photos, be sure to enroll in my big Photoshop for landscape photographers post-processing course. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see even more landscape photography, learn even more about landscape photography, and as always, I'd highly appreciate both a like and a comment. Yeah, and check out all the links down below. See you next time. Hopefully sooner rather than later.